Welcome, my dear sixth grade students. I'm Mr. Ahmed Magdy, your math teacher. Our lessons today are the first and second lessons of the seventh unit of our curriculum for the academic year 2024-2025. And this unit talks about measures of central tendency and spread. And this is related to statistics. Today we will talk about how to find the balance point on the dot plot for a dataset using more than one method, and also how to find the mean for a dataset on the dot plot and using more than one method. So let's go. The first part of our lesson today is about how to find the balance point for a dataset. First, if I have a dataset like this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. And I want to represent it on the dot plot or the number line. Okay, so it will be like this. I have 1 repeated 1 times, 2 repeated 1 times, 3 repeated 1 times, 4 repeated 2 times, 5 not repeated, 6 repeated 1 times, 7 not repeated, 8 repeated 1 times. And I want to find the balance of this data set. So what can I do? I have two ways. The first way is to make the dot plot symmetric with our dots. So if I have these dots on the number line and I want to change them to this shape to make them symmetric on one number. Okay, so I would try to move the points to make a symmetrical shape on the number line like this. So I will move the dot of 8 to 7 and the dot of 3 to 4. And look carefully. If I want to move one point to the right side or the right direction, I will move another point in the left direction. So here I moved the dot of 8 to the left direction to 7. So I will move another point like 3 to the right direction and I will move it one step like I did in the dot of 8. So it will be like this. I will have two dots like in 6 and 7 and 3 dots at 4 and 2 dots at 1 and 2. Listen and look again. I have 2 dots at 1 and 2 and 2 dots at 6 and 7, and I don't have any dots at 5 and 3, and I have 3 dots at the number 4. So I think I made the dot plot in symmetrical mode, so I can see that 4 is the balance point of the dot plot, and we can say that 4 is the balance of the data set. Okay, the second way to determine the balance point of this data set is to move all points in one number like this. I have the same dot plot. Okay, so I will try to move all dots in one number. Okay, so the first step here, I move the dot of 1 to 2 and the point of 8 to 7. Next, I will move the point of 2 to 3 and the point of 6 to 5. Next, I will move the dot of 2 to 3 and the dot of 7 to 6. Okay, next I will move the point of 3 to 4 and the point of 6 to 5. Next, I will move the two dots here of 3 to 4 and two dots of 5 to 4. So I will make all dots appears and stand in one number, and this number will be the balance point of the dataset, and this number here will be 4. Again, I will try to move all points in one number by moving the dots to the right side and the left side with the same distance. So look, in the first step I moved this point one step to the right, and here I moved this dot one step to the left side. Again, here one step to the right, one step to the left, one step right, one step left, one step right, one step left. So I want to make the graph or the dot plot is balanced. So I will move the dots with the same distance in two opposite directions to make this dot plot is balanced. Okay, so let's try to make it by ourselves. Okay, so I have this data set. I have 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 10. And I wanted to find the balance point of this data set. So what can I do? First, I will draw the number line like this. So I have from 5, and this is the smallest number, to 10, and this is the big number. Okay, so I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so first I have one dot at 5, one dot at 6, one dot at 8, one dot at 9, and two dots at 10, like this. Okay, so first I will move the points to make this dot plot is symmetrical. Like first I will move this point to here and this point to here. Okay, it's not balanced yet, it's not symmetrical. So what can I do? Let's do it again. So I will move this point right here and this point right here. Look, I think we can say, or we can see, that the dot plot is now in symmetrical mode because I have two dots at 8, two dots at 8, and we have two dots on the right side and two dots at the left side. So I think we can say that 8 is the balance point of this data set. Okay, maybe we can try the other way. So we will continue to make all dots above one number. So first I will move this point to here and this point to here. Next I move this point here and this point right here. Next I will move this point right here and this point right here. So like I did on the right side, like I did on the left side. So I think we can see right now that 8 is a balance point of this data set. So we can say the balance point is 8. Okay, let's try another one. I have 13, 14, 14, 9, 10, 12, 12, 12. So let's draw our number line first. Okay, so I have the smallest number is 9 and the biggest number is 14. So let's put our numbers first. So I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so I have 13, 1 point. I have 14, 2 points. Next, I have 9. I have 10. I have 12, 3 times, like this. Okay, so let's try to move all dots above one number. So first, let's move this point here. So I did one move here. I will do one move again. Okay, next I will move this point right here to 11 and this point right here to 12. So I think we can say that 12 is the balance point of the dataset because I think we have a symmetrical shape on the number line because we have 4 dots right here and 2 dots on the right side and 2 dots of the left side. So I think we can say that the number line is symmetrical. So we can try another way. We can continue until we can see that all dots is above one number. So I will move this point right here to 13 and this point right here to 11. Next, I will move this point to 12 and this point to 11 to 12. Here I have one dot at 11, so I will move it to 12 and this point I will move it to 12. So I can see that all dots is above 12 right now. So I can say that 12 is a balance point of the data set. Okay, so let's try another one. I have 11, 12, 14, 14, 15, 16, 16. Okay, so first let's draw the number line. Okay, so next I have 11 and this is the smallest number, 12, 13, 14, no, it's not like here. So I have 14, 15, 16. Okay, so I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so 1 point at 11, 1 point at 12, 2 points at 14, 1 point at 15, and 2 points above 16. Okay, so let's try to move the points or the dots until we get a symmetrical shape. So first, let's move this point to 12. So I did one move. Let's do one move right here. So I have this point to 15. Next, I will move again. So I have this point to 13 and this point to 14. Okay, now I think we can see that 14 is the balance point of the data set because I have symmetrical shape right now because I have 3 dots at 14 and 2 dots on the right side and 2 dots on the left side. Okay, so if we want to continue to make all dots above one number, so I can say that 12 I will move it to 13 and 16 I will move it to 15. Next, I will move this point to 14, this point to 14, this point to 14, and this point to 14. Okay, so all dots right now is above 14, so I can say that 14 is the balance point of the data set. Okay, next I wanted to talk about how to find the mean of the data set using the balance point and using the rule of the mean or the rule of the average. Okay, the mean is one way to measure the central tendency or the spread of a data set on a number line. Okay, so if we want to find the mean of a data set, we can find the balance point of this data set and we can see or we can say that the mean is the balance point of this data set. So if I have an example like this, I have 8, 8, 8, 9, 12. So I will represent it on the dot plot like this, and I will try to move all dots above one number, and this number will be the balance point of this data set. Okay, so if we want to continue and move the points like this, I will see that 9 will be the balance point of this data set. So we can say the mean is 9 or the balance point is 9. So the balance point is the mean of the data set. Okay, so if I have an examples like this, I want to calculate the mean using the balance point. Okay, so let's try to represent the numbers first on the number line or the data first on the number line like this. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9. Okay, so the smallest number here is 3 and the biggest number is 8. So 9 is not important. So let's represent these numbers. So I have 1.83, 1.84, 3.86 or above 6, 1 point above 7, and 2 points above 8. Okay, so let's move the points or the dots to find the balance point. Okay, so first I will move this point right here and this point right here. Okay, next I will move this point right here and this point right here. Okay, next I will move this point right here and this point right here. If we do any move to the right, I will move 1 point to the left to make the dot plot balance and to find the balance point of this data set. Okay, so I see that 6 is now the balance point of this data set because I have 4 points. I have 4 points at 6 and 2 points on the right and 2 points on the left. So I can see that the balance point here, the balance point is 6. So I can see, or I can say, that the mean is equal to the balance point is equal to 6. So the mean of this dataset will be 6. Okay, let's try another one. I have 7, 8, 10, 10, 11, 12, 12. Okay, so first let's draw our number line. Okay, so I have 7 to 12. I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so I have 1 point above 7, 1 point above 8, 2 points above 10, and 1 point above 11, 2 points above 12. Okay, so let's try to move the points or the dots. So this point at 7, I will move it to 8. And this point at 12, I will move it to 11. This point at 8, I will move it to 9. And this point at 11, I will move it to 10. This point at 12, I will move it to 11. And this point at 8, I will move it to 9. These 2 points, or this point at 9, I will move it to 10. And this point at 11, I will move it to 10. This point at 9, I will move it to 10. And this point at 11, I will move it to 10. So I moved all the points or all the dots above 10. So I can see, or I can say, that 10 is the balance point of these data sets. So the balance point is equal to 10. So I can see that the mean is equal to 10. Okay, let's try another one. I have 2, 7, 6, 5, 6, 4, 6, 4. So let's draw our number line first. Okay, from 2 to 7. So I think we'll draw the number line first, like this. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so I have 1 point above 2, 2 points above 4, 1 point above 5, 3 points above 6, and 1 point above 7. Okay, so let's move the points. I will move the points of 2 to 3 and the point of 7 to 6. I'll move the point of 3 to 4 and the point of 6 to 5. Next, I'll move the point of 4 to 5 and the point of 6 to 5. The point of 4 to 5 and the point of 6 to 5. The point of 4 to 5 and the point of 6 to 5. So, I think you see now that the balance point of this dataset will be 5 because all dots is now above 5. So, I will say that the balance point of the dataset equals 5, and this is equal to the mean of this data set. So the mean is equal to 5. The second way to find the mean of a data set or a set of numbers, to make a rule or to find the mean by the rule of the mean. And the rule of the mean is to divide the sum of all values over the number of these values. Again, to add all the values and divide the result over the number of the values. So, if I have these data sets and I want to find the mean by using the rule for these data sets, so what can I do? So, I will substitute in this rule. So I have the sum over the number of values. So the mean in the first one, I have 3, 9, 5, 16, and 7. So I will say 3 plus 9 plus 5 plus 16 plus 7. And all of these divided by the number of these values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will divide all of these over 5. So 3 plus 9 equals 12. 12 plus 5 equals 17. 17 plus 16 equals 33. 33 plus 7 equals 40. So 40 divided by 5 equals 8. So this is the mean of this data set. The next one I have 15.6, 9.2, 12.8, 9.2. Okay, so I will add them together first. So I will say the mean is equal to 15.6 plus 9.2 plus 12.8 plus 9.2, and all of these divided by 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will divide it by 4. So first, 6 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2 equals what? I think it's 18. So I will write 8 and carry up 1. So 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 plus 9 equals 15. 15 plus 2 equals 17. 17 plus 9 equals 26. So I will put the decimal point first and I will write 6 and I will carry up 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3. And 3 plus 1 here equals 4. So the result will be 46.8. And I will divide this by 4. So 46.8 divided by 4 equals what? So let's try to find the result by the algorithm of division. So I have 46.8 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. So the remainder will be 0. Next I have 6. 6 divided by 4 equals what? I think I will take 4 because 4 is in the timetable of 4. So 4 divided by 4 equals 1 and the remainder will be 2. Next, I have the decimal point. So I will put the decimal point first, and I will have the next digit. I have 8. So 28 divided by 4 equals what? I think it's 7. So the remainder will be 0. So the result will be 11.7. And this is the mean of our data set. Okay. Next, I want to try to find a missing number when I have the mean of the data set. So I have 3, 7, x, and 8, and the mean is equal to 5. So I want to find the value of x. So what can I do? Let's substitute in the rule of the mean. So I think the rule of the mean equals the sum. So the mean equals the sum of numbers over number, or sum of values over the number of these values. So in the first one, I have the mean equals 5, so I will write 5. The sum of all of these numbers, I have 3 plus 7 plus 6 plus x plus 8, so it will be 3 plus 7 equals 10, and 10 plus 8 equals 18. So I think that the numerator here will be 18 plus 8 plus 6. Okay, and I can say that I would divide this expression over 4 because the number of values here is 4. So 18 over x divided by 4 equals 5. So let's try to cancel these 4. So I will multiply the two sides by 4. So here 4 divided by 4 equals 1. So I have 18 plus x. And 4 times 5 equals 20. So I have 20 equals 18 plus x. So 18 plus what equals 20? I think 18 plus 2. So the value of x in the first set is equal to 2. Next, this is the first one. Next, I have another data set. I have 10, 13, 17, x, and 10. So I will add them together. I have 10 plus 13 plus 7 plus x plus 10. So the mean equals 11. So I will write 11 equals, and I have 10 plus 10 equals 20. 13 plus 17 equals 30. So it will be 30 plus 20 equals 50. So the numerator here, or the sum of all values, will be 50 plus x. And after that, I will count them together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be 5 numbers. Okay, so 11 equals 50 plus x divided by 5. So I wanted to find the value of x. So what can I do? I will multiply the two sides by 5. Okay, so I have 11 by 5 equals what? Equals 55. And 55 equals what? Equals, here I would divide 5 over 5 equals 1. So it will be 50 plus x. So, or I can say, what is the number that divided by 5 equals 11? I think it will be 55. So 55 equals 50 plus x. So 50 plus what equals 55? I think it will be 5. So I can say that x is equal to 5. So the missing number here in the next, or the second data set, will be 5. So x equals 5. Let's try another one. I want to calculate the mean for each of the following by using the rule. So I have 7, 8, 10, 10, 11, 12, 12. So the rule says that mean of the data set equals the sum of values divided by the number of values. Okay, so the mean in the first one will be the sum. I have 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus 12 equals what? 7 plus 8 equals 15. 15 plus 10 equals 25. 25 plus 10 equals 35. 35 plus 11 equals 46. 46 plus 12 equals 58. And 58 plus 12 equals 70. So I will say 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus 12. And all of this divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it will divide them over 7. So the sum here will be 70. And 70 divided 7 equals what? Equals 10. So the mean of the first set is 10. Next one I have 5, 2, 0, and 1. So the mean equals what? Equals the sum of all values divided by the number of values. So I will say 5 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 over what? Over 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 4. So I have 5 plus 2 equals 7 and 7 plus 0 equals 7. 7 plus 1 equals 8. So I have 8 divided by 4. So 8 divided 4 equals what? Equals 2. So the mean will be equal to 2. Okay, let's try another one, and this is the last example. Find the value of a. I think a is a missing number. Okay, so I have a is a missing number, so I want to use the rule of mean to find this missing number. The mean here of these values is equal to 12. So I will say the mean equals the sum of all values divided by the number of these values. Okay, so the mean here equals 12, and the sum is equal to 12 plus 15 plus 17 plus a plus 14, and all of this divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 5. So this is 12, and the sum of all these numbers, I have 12 plus 15 equals 27, and 27 plus 17 equals 44, and 44 plus 14 equals 58. So I have 58 plus a divided by 5 is equal to 12. So what is the number that is divided by 5 and the result equals 12? I think it will be 60, because 60 divided by 5 equals 12. So I can see, or I can say 60 equals to 58 plus a. So 58 plus what equals 60? 58 plus 2. So I think the value of a will be equal to 2. So the missing number here is 2. So with this, we have finished our video today, in which we talked about how to find the balance point of on the dot plot of for a data set using more than one method, and how to find the mean for a data set by using the balance point and using the rule of mean. And I hope people understood our lesson today, and I hope that you solve many exercises on this lesson so that you can understand more. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and share the video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. See you soon in a new video and a new lesson. I am Mr. Ahmed Magdy, your math teacher. Goodbye.